Hello, welcome to the second episode of The Inside Edit. I'm Vanessa and I'm the host of the podcast, The Makeup Insider. Now, usually I'm going to be doing this episode with another makeup artist, but we've had a few technical issues. We've actually recorded the podcast, but it just didn't record very well because I'm trying to do things in person. So a little bit of a learning experience there, but she will be on the next one. For today, you've got me. Ones that I shared with you in the last episode, they were from about October last year. So these ones are more recent. Some of those are still relevant, but these are my next top 5 kit products that I cannot live without. And then I'm going to share with you my top 5 personal products that I can't live without. So let's get started with the kit products. First one is the Tower 28 Concealer. So I originally used to love the Bare Minerals. It's like a serum concealer. I do like a serum consistency concealer, and I don't like a concealer front of the eyes that's necessarily too matte. I prefer something that is, I don't know, it's just a little bit more serum-y in texture. And I find this really works amazing under all age eye types. I don't find it ever grabs on anybody. And yeah, I love it. When my previous concealer was discontinued, the Bare Minerals one, I took a long time to find one that I liked. I tried out a whole lot of different concealers. I think I tested out maybe 5 different ones and I landed on this one and I highly recommend it. I don't have all the shades in my kit, but I have most of them. So yeah, it's just a nice creamy consistency serum based concealer. I do use it under the eyes. I probably wouldn't use it for spot coverage. I'd use my NARS Creamy Matte one for that. That was one of my products in my last top 5. I love it. See how it just blends out so beautifully. And I just don't feel like you really need to set it, to be honest. It's just a really gorgeous consistency. One thing I do is I put a number on the top because underneath these can tend to come off and it's just really hard to know which product you've got. So I get the number, I'm pretty sure, when I buy them off the box, and I stick them on top, and that way it makes it easier for me to choose my color. And I think this one that I've showed you is, I call it number 10. So that's sort of the depth of it. So that's my first one for my kit products. My next kit product is a lipstick, and it is very well loved. I bought it in a refill, and it is a Lisa Eldridge product, and it is the most perfect pink shade of lipstick. It is number 191 and it is called Dreamy Damask. It is the best pink I've ever used. Everyone I put this on wants to know what it is and wants to buy it. And it's been out of stock for the longest time. It's back in stock now. And it is the most perfect pink color. I love it. This is the refill. They come in refills, and then they also come in the full size and the full packaging as well. And I haven't got the lip liner with me today, but the lip liner I use with it is one of Lisa Eldridge's lip liners as well, and it is in the color 0N. And I feel you need that as well with this because 0N is like a true sort of neutral lip liner, and it's not too pink. So when you wear it with this, it's the most perfect kind of pink shade, but without being too pink. Does that make any sense at all? I absolutely love it. And the other amazing thing about Lisa Eldridge is she does a makeup artist discount. So you can apply for that. And I think it's 25%. And she approves it really, really fast. And she's got some fantastic products. So that's number 2 with the lip liner 0N, which I'm going to buy another one of as well. The next product, number 3 in my kit, is the Hourglass bronzer. Now, this one is in the shade Nude Light. So Nude Light is a matte bronzer by Hourglass. And my makeup artist who assists me all the time, Annika, she put me onto this. And it is such a great bronzer to have in your kit. It's not too shiny, sparkly. It works really well on a lot of skin tones. It works amazing on the eye. And then if you see, it's actually kind of, could you call it a neutral bronzer? It's not too warm. It's just such a fantastic, fabulous shade. It's got no sparkle in it. You can add sparkle after. Works on a lot of skin tones. Nude Light, Hourglass bronzer. Love it. Love it. Be lost without this one. It's my go-to bronzer. My next kit product that I love that I can't live without. And this one is a tool. So I have 2 of these, and this is MyKit coat. I do have the end, I've got one, but the ends come off this. But the part I love about this the most is the brush. And whenever I use this on clients or models, they're like, what is that? I need that. And it is this brow brush. It's a MyKit Co. I have two. And I am not sorry that I bought two. It is such a great tool. It's great, if you've done brows and you need to brush them out because you put a little bit too much product on it. It's fantastic. Highly recommend these. If you're going to buy one, buy two. My fifth kit favorite, and it is an oldie but a faithful, and it is Groundwork. It's all up on the bottom. It's Groundwork by Matte. So I would use this on most clients or most people on their eye. It's just a really great eye base, a taupey, neutral kind of cool sort of neutral shade. Great when you're doing commercial work. It's just actually just such a good eye base. It just helps you to map out your eye makeup before you start. Absolutely love Groundwork. So next is my personal favorites that I use on myself all the time. The first one is the Naked Sundays Clear Glow Sunstick. Yes, and it's 50 plus. So the thing I love about this, firstly, a little bit of background with me when it comes to sunscreen. I do not like sunscreen. The reason I do not like sunscreen is it always ends up in my eyes. I'm like a small child. It just somehow ends up in my eyes. It just stings like crazy. And so I just really avoid wearing it. But since moving to Sydney and walking my dog, it's just not as easy to avoid the sun, especially in summer. And I was getting a little bit more pigmentation through this side of my face. And I'm like, okay, I need to find a sunscreen. So I found this. And the thing I love about it, it's just a swipe on. So you swipe it on like that, and I just swipe it all over my face. Like if I'm getting up to walk my dog in the morning, depending on what month we're in or season we're in, I'll just swipe this straight on. I don't even bother to rub it in. Just swipe, 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 swipe. Put it on, and then you can put makeup over it, and I find makeup works really well over it. I am pretty sure that there is a matte one of these as well, but I love this. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, my next go-to product for my own personal kit is this KOSAS. It's more of a correcting concealer. Now, when I went into Mecca and bought that, the lovely girl that served me, I said, whenever I go into Mecca, which isn't that often anymore, I always ask, whoever the girl is on the floor or boy, what do I need to know about, right? Like, what are the products that you guys are talking about or you love? And she showed me this. So it's a peachy tone. It's I think pretty sure it's in the correcting range of the KOSAS concealers. And you can't really see it in the light. It's blowing it out a bit, but it is quite peachy in tone. Now, the thing I love about this is that some of the correctors I've used in the past, they can tend to gather or even show up texture around the eyes or grab around the eyes. This doesn't. This is just so smooth and beautiful and blends into the skin incredibly. It's such a beautiful texture. I actually don't even tend to use, I'm pretty low maintenance with my own makeup. And I will generally just put this on and that'll be it. I won't use a concealer over it. I might put my foundation over it. But I love this. I love the consistency of it. And I just find that it dries down and it doesn't need to be set. So that is a great one. The color I have is Illusion. Illusion's the color I've got. Yeah, love that. All right. My next favorite for myself is a new tubing mascara. So I just want to preface this by saying I've heard like some people online, like, I don't know, not like bagging out tubing mascara, but like saying, I don't get what the hype's about. And I think the thing is with tubing mascara, if you don't have to use tubing mascara, I just don't think they really do compare to a traditional mascara. They don't really build a lash the same. They just don't do the same thing as what a traditional mascara does to your lash, right? But if you're someone like me and you can't wear mascara unless it's tubing because you fully panda eye, mainly underneath, then you kind of are left with no choice but to use a tubing. And tubing mascaras are, the first one I know of that ever first came out was the Kevin Aucoin one. But, we've had a few different ones since then. And this is my new favorite. and it's the Half Magic Tubing Mascara. And this is in the color, I don't know, it's in the color, it's the darkest color. I think they've got different colors as well. When I bought this, I bought the Tarte one as well. Still great, but I prefer this one because I prefer how it makes my lashes look. I love the wand. I just like how it separates my lashes and what it does. The Tarte one's still great, but this, I do prefer this one. This hasn't transferred on me yet. Some tubings can still transfer on me. They crumble, but this one hasn't. So Half Magic. Highly recommend giving this one a go if you're a tubing girl. Okay, my next personal makeup kit product is the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint, and I'm in the shade T9, which is possibly it's quite olive. I just matched myself online. That's the color there. I love the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint. It's just sits so beautifully on the skin. I'll just show you there. Just sits so beautifully, massages it in nicely. Doesn't look, it just, honestly, it doesn't bring out any texture in my skin. It is the most beautiful finish. I'm not really a full coverage kind of girl because I do have a bit of texture on one side of my face, and I just find anything too full coverage brings it, like makes it look worse. So I'm definitely lean more into your natural kind of finish of makeup on myself. I love this. If I could have this in my kit, I would. I just haven't gotten around to thinking about it because I currently have MAC Face and Body in my kit, which I do love. But if I could have this one, I probably would have this in my kit as well. I love it. So the final one for my personal favorites is a bit of a lip combo. It's actually 3 different products. I'm going to show you them all. It's the lip that I've got on today. So nothing stays on my lips, right? I eat lip products up like you wouldn't believe. And the only thing I've really been able to find that does stay or last on my lips is these Revlon Colorstays. They say 16-hour wear. And I learned about this from a client of mine who I was doing it for an event. This is in the color Endless Spice, and it's quite a mauvey kind of tone. And it does last really, really well on the lips. It stays incredibly well on the lips. But what I like to pair it with is 2 different lip liners. And the first one, well, so it's 3 lip products in one. And I was recommended this when I went and did that shopping spree recently at Mecca. And it's called Bit, and it's a Glossier lip liner. And that's the shade there. So I use this one first. Then I put the Revlon Colorstay lip product on, and then I finished the lip line with the Copini, and it's in bitter Choc. So that's the color there. It's quite a cool brown, so I do a bit of that, and that just finishes off my lip. These are really, really creamy, and then on the other end they've got like a really nice little smudger as well. This is a Sydney based brand, Copini. I think it was designed by a model named Casey. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I really, really love these. I actually bought them in 2 other colors. I bought a bundle of 3, and I bought the shade, which is a little bit of a warmer tone. That's Teddy there. And is it Rhubarb? I think it's Rhubarb. And this one is a little bit more shade I like. That's it there. It's a bit more pinky, a bit more mauvey. And then I'll show you a bit of Choc. And I'll show you a bit of Choc. That's it. There, it's a bit darker. I think I need to get, there's one I think that's darker than this, and I think I need to get, to be honest, I think I need to get them all. And I also want to get them all for my kit. But this, both of them, that's them there. And I've got Rhubarby, I think it's called, Teddy, and Bitter Choc. And then I pair the Bitter Choc with these 2. And this one is Endless Spice, and then Bit by Glossier. So there, the Revlon, and Bit by Glossier. I have tried a few other colors in these, and I haven't found any other shades that I like. But then I haven't done the full lip combo with them. Some of the ones that I bought were just too light for me. So yeah, if you do try these, or you do have any other colors that you love, please let me know. And then I'm just going to show you an honorable mention, because you can't get this anymore. And this is the Hourglass Fox. If you can get your hands on this, highly recommend it. I would say I'd use this on most clients. And these shades are incredible. I love them. You've got an amazing bronzer. You've got, this is amazing on the eye, this color. I love this blush. It's such a great topper. I like this. It's a nice shade on the cheeks. Got this. It's a great highlighter on the inner corner of the eye. Really good palette. And I know that Hourglass, they're not in Mecca anymore. They're now in Sephora. You can get your pro artist discount and they ship directly to you. So such a good thing. And while you've got me here on my own today, I just want to have a quick chat about something that happened today. So I have had a makeup artist that I chat to quite often online, and she reached out to me and said, basically asked me, when you get PR, what do you say, or do they just send it to you? So PR, for me with PR, most PR that I get, I reach out to the PR companies and I introduce myself and ask them if I can go on the gifting list. I mean, I do add a little bit more into the email than that as well. But I've not really, I have now, I've started to have now, do have people reach out to me and offer me gifting, but that has come over time. And I think it's come over time because I've received gifting from other PR companies. So yeah, I just want to be fully transparent about that gifting for me has happened basically through asking, right? And once upon a time, I had like the worst rejection. So afraid of being rejected that I just didn't ask and didn't put myself out there. And we live in a time that now you have to ask, you have to put yourself out there. You have to say what you kind of have to blow your own horn. You have to be able to talk about your own achievements and what you've done, which has never been a strength of mine. I know when I was younger and I had a salon with a friend of mine, she always used to say, Vanessa, we need to tell people what we're doing and how good we are, because if we don't tell them, they're not going to know. And I was just like, oh, I can't do that. Anyway, move on 20 years. I probably can't do it that well, but I'm much better now putting myself out there and just introducing myself and asking, right? So I had a bit of a breakthrough this morning because I was emailing someone back about something. And one thing I've never been able to do is ask somebody for a coffee meeting or ask somebody to meet me, because that was just like, oh my gosh, as if they're going to want to meet me, or I don't want to waste their time, or that kind of thing. Like, I just didn't think that, like, it was a weird thing, like a self-importance thing. I just didn't think I was valuable enough to them or important enough to them to me. And someone had told me this, this technique of, if you do want to, book a meeting, you actually tell people when you're available to meet them, and give them a couple of options and say, I'm available this time, this time, this time. I'd love to meet you for a coffee. And I've never, ever had the balls or the guts to do it because I was just too afraid of them not wanting to meet me. Anyway, I put that into practice for the first time this morning, and I actually got rejected. Not rejected totally, but they said to me, how about we meet later down the track, a couple of months away? And which is completely fine. For me, when someone says that they can't meet me or if they don't get back to me, that's just a sign for me to put a reminder in my phone or a reminder in my calendar to reach out to people in 3 months' time and remind them I exist. Because I feel like a no isn't a no forever. A no can just mean a no for now, but maybe in 2 years' time, it won't be a no. So that's the way I see things now. So I can tell you all the amazing products in the world, but I don't think that all of the amazing products are what get you to success. I think what gets you to success is your own mindset and the way you think about yourself and the way you can put yourself out there, right? People have agents because the agents are putting them out there. If you don't have an agent and you want things, you need to put yourself out there. So putting yourself out there is learning how to pitch yourself and just being okay with hearing no or hearing silence. And I have to say now, I am so comfortable with somebody saying no to me, or I'm so comfortable with not hearing back from somebody that it's quite life-changing. It feels really, really good. And, one door closes and another one opens. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, please DM me on Instagram. I love talking to people. You might even get a voice note from me because that is my favorite way to communicate and have a podcast. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you think someone would be interested in this, please share this. If you would like to not miss an episode, I've got a newsletter that I send out every week before the podcast comes out. So jump on that so you don't miss an episode. But thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. Bye.